Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Frank the Tank again, back at it again with another video, man. We're just gonna hop straight into it. I know I haven't uploaded in a couple days, but man, I just been really busy with life, and like I said, I'm trying to do this as a hobby, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy these videos, and let's get into it. Man, the worst job I ever worked, it was maybe when I was 20 years old. I used to work at this assembly line, and man, let me tell you, I used to wake up at 4 a.m. to make a 5 a.m. clock in time. And let me tell you, man, this was the most brutal job I've ever had to work in because I felt, along with other people, I felt like a slave. So I worked at a assembly line, so it's like a whole circle, right? And then there's a bunch of parts that you have to put together with I would say a group of like 6 to 7 people maybe. I don't really remember the exact number, but we would make a part, and then we would pass it along. We would get the other part and put it together, and just it was a whole schedule, it was a whole rotation. And man, I remember that if you had to go to the bathroom, you literally have to ask for permission. And if you were to take longer than 15 minutes on your restroom break, you would get written up. And I thought this was crazy because I mean, sometimes I had to take a big ass shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I would eat like shit the night before, and in the morning I would have to take a big ass shit. Usually around 8 p.m. Not 8 a.m. I'm sorry. 8 a.m. is whenever I would have to take a fucking big ass shit from the night before, and I would obviously go over the 15-minute mark, and these people would go looking for me in the restroom when I went over my 15-minute mark. And I'm not even kidding. And one time I took like 30 minutes. They had to send like two managers to look for me in the restroom while I'm still taking a shit. And they had the audacity to ask me, how long am I gonna take? I already went over my 15-minute mark, and I got written up. Mind you, I was a temp. A temp meaning I wasn't working fully with the company. I was just hired for a seasonal by a staffing company. Because I would have worked jobs through a staffing company, and man, these people, these people ripped me up and told me if it happens again, I'm gone. I'm not even kidding. Obviously, at the time, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't have really responsibilities, so I was fucking in there like 2 times a week, 30 minutes a day. But nothing ever happened. I eventually ended up just walking out of that bitch. But I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. And there was a bunch of stations. There were like 6 stations. You would basically build parts that would go out to like hospitals and stuff like that, right? And man, the people there were just it was man toxic as fuck. Everybody would talk shit about everybody. Uh, it was around COVID, so everybody had to wear a mask. 2020, yeah, I was 20 years old. Everybody had to wear a mask, and man, it was a crazy time. Let me tell you. Uh, there was a bunch of people that were fucking bitches, dude. Nobody, everybody in that bitch. It felt like I was a slave. I would ask people around me because it was this other guy. I forgot his name, but he was cool as fuck. Let's just call him David or something. I would always ask him, I'm like, man, how do you feel working at this job? He would tell me, he would look at me dead in the eyes. It's like he didn't have a soul. He was so fucking depressed. He would just look at me. I feel like a slave, bro. That's all he said. I didn't want to ask him anymore. I didn't want to ask him anymore because any more things because yeah, I just knew it wasn't the right thing to keep asking him. He looked like he was going through it for sure. Oh yeah, and then couple weeks go by. I lasted like 4 weeks, maybe a month, 3 to 4. I don't know. And I remember I was in that bitch. I was doing my job, you know, getting yelled at by the managers because we're slow in production, blah blah blah. I literally said, "Fuck this." I asked to go to the restroom, and I never came back. I mean, I did go to the restaurant. I'm not gonna lie. It took like 30 minutes again, and then I was out that bitch. I just walked out. And yeah, man, that's the story about the worst job I've ever had. I'm never gonna forget. But I look back, and I mean, it's good memories when you look back. Well, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. If you guys want to hear more stories, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.